リコ先輩。
Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Jump Force video. My name is Subarashii, and today we are going to be getting into 5 major things that Jump Force needs to add, change, or fix to the game in 2021 to make it more playable and, not nearly as disvalued and discredited as it is currently. Alright, so for starters, number 1, I'm going to get right into this because I've tried recording this 3 times already and it keeps on dragging out. Okay, so number 1, we need a tournament mode that is constant, never stops. Thanks to King Sack and or Ajanti, I forget which one it was. I haven't looked back at the comments, but thank you. Their ideal was to leave the tournament mode forever. So if you don't know what tournament mode is, it's basically arena battle without the buffs, but it's a bracket system. So you pick your characters instead of it being like random or whatever as another one is, I believe. And that's basically it. And you win a few rewards, not very appealing though. It's just Hercule's outfit and a title, and that's it. You call it a day. So with all that being said, I believe this could be, kind of fun, but my point of view is that it will keep the toxic community, or the toxic portion of the community rather, out of regular matchmaking, and that will give a potential portion of time always to give casuals and above average players who just don't want to sweat all day the chance to actually play the game that they bought without having to deal with all that slimy BS that they got to deal with in regular matchmaking currently. Alright, so big shout out to y'all for that suggestion, whichever one it was. Make sure to credit yourself in the comments. Thank you. Alright, so number 2, this is going to be more along the lines of my personal interest, and I know a lot of people in the comments suggested this too. Ajanti, thank you, and I think Sharad did too, thank you as well. But a 1v1 game mode. Alright, we need a 1v1 mode in all platforms, not just Switch. For some reason they got it exclusively and it just doesn't work because there's no content creators for Jump Force on the Switch, and nobody's made a video on the 1v1 mode at all. That was some missed opportunity from whoever has one, honestly. But yes, the idea that you don't have to worry about an assist catching you when you're mid combo with your opponent and they just crutch that out and get a win, that sounds nice to me. I don't know about you guys, but that is nice to me. Personally, the idea of a 1v1 just sits well with me. I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. There was no assist, there was just 1v1. Alright, straight up brawling. That's my type of game that I like to play. And you can't do that in Jump Force with how people like to hide behind their cheese, their supers, their assists. But I believe this would be an overall great addition to Jump Force. And if they made it all platforms and not just Switch, the game would pretty much bring itself back to life, I believe. Honestly, very good suggestion. Alright, number 3. So I'm going to leave the crazy ones that I believe would be like the top tier updates at the end. But this is more along the lines of middle ground, necessary, needed updates, which would be gameplay adjustments and stability fixes. Alright, we haven't got a good or a actual patch to super attacks, characters, mechanics in a good 6 to 12 months, I believe. Yeah, that's pretty rough, and this goes into the argument that Jump Force is a fan game or a fan fighter, and you can't really discredit that when they are neglecting the game overall in the mechanics and adjustments department. They broke a few characters, they patched a few characters with the last update, and go figure, the ones that are still broken were the ones that were broken before. And it's just a rough situation regarding Jump Force. And if Bandai and Spike ever watch this, Blackbeard, Dark End, Cell Barrier, we need Kane's Ignition Bullet up to 2 bars. We also need a few changes revolving all of the One Piece characters in general, and voila, there you go, game fixed. Alright, so that's personally my take when it comes to adjustments. Leave down your suggestions in the comments below. Of course, with adjustments needed, we need guard break cheese, the exploit, by the way, the flaw of the game. It needs to be patched. No more switching into guard breaks, no more guard breaks off of Toshiro, green gel, yes, green gel, Kakashi, and who else? I forget. And Hisoka supers. Like all their projectiles you can guard break cheese off of, and a lot of people don't even know it. Of course, if it's like solo doing it, you're not guard break cheesing. But if you're literally using the assist and then going up and doing it, that's guard break cheese. Alright, so with all that being said, I think the next thing that we need to look into is a little update revolving Team Awakening. Alright, Team Awakening was a wonderful idea. I love it with a passion. My favorite mechanic in the game by far. And honestly, a lot of people complain about it. I can see their issue now. However, they called it cheese when it's actually just unbalanced and a little bit broken. And here's why I believe that it needs to be fixed to a degree. Alright, I agree with Enigma Kage. It needs an indicator, or you know, some text or something suggesting, hey, they can do this to you, watch out. Alright, at least a warning would suffice. And then half of the community that complains about Team Awakening can't say a word. Now, I believe this should be definitely added, or you know, at least make it to where you have to have a little bit more meter or awakening to actually pull it off. 60 to 70% should suffice, honestly. 50%, I can see the issue. However, you really only use Team Awakening if you know you can guarantee it, usually off of a perfect smash, mind you. So yeah, the amount of gauge you have really doesn't matter unless you're trying to do it off of a person who has full awakening gauge who can escape it anyways. That's the only issue. Alright, so moving on to the final thing. Honestly, this is going to be my major break it, or you know, make it or break it update for Jump Force. And this is going to be more of a quality of life update. I'm suggesting that they add character customization for cast characters. Alright, so if you don't know, I always reference Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I keep saying it. They have a system, it's a mentor system. Alright, you make a character your mentor, and then you can change their clothing colors. And you know, in other games you can always change their entire appearance of their whole entire outfit. Alright, but for Xenoverse it's just colors. Okay, so the way I see it, a color slider, or you know, something along the lines of applying that character customization for CACs to cast characters, isn't that far off from being possible. It's just along the lines of Spike Chunsoft being lazy, or you know, restricted due to the CV. Alright, and I believe that this would possibly entirely be the best update that the game would ever get. Okay, and it doesn't even have to just be super, or the equipment, the colors of the outfits. A change in their super attacks. Alright, let them use different super attacks on the character. Okay, let them customize their entire build of their character. Alright, say you want Gallic Gun on Goku, let them have Gallic Gun. Say you want 100 Rending Fists on Ichigo, let them have it. Alright, that's what I propose for the game. Screw canon, because you know, it's not canon at all. The game is not. It's all Jump Worlds coming together. There is nothing too crazy about making things happen for the community. Alright, so let me know what you think down below. Did I make some great points? Did I offer some valid, you know, features and modes and fixes for the game? Let me know down in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe down below, turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. And make sure to have a great day, great night, wherever you are in the world, and peace out.